Hello, fellow insurgents, and welcome to another episode of Hero Spotlights. Today we're going to be looking at Arthas. He is a melee warrior from the World of Warcraft franchise. Arthas is kind of an off-tank siege damage thing that is in the game right now. You don't really see too much of him, but he's free this week, and he's pretty interesting, so I'm going to show off this build in this quick match. We find ourselves on the Garden Terra map today. Let's look at the teams. We have an Arthas, the Butcher, Jaina, Rexxar, and Murky. They have an Arthas, Zeratul, the Butcher, Nazeebo, and a Rexxar. So we have 3 mirror matches today. Arthas, the Butcher, and Rexxar. 2 of which are on the free rotation. For our first talent, we're going to pick up Regeneration Master, which is a pretty basic talent when we pick up Regeneration Globes, which spawn throughout the lane on the Wizard minions. We will get permanent health regen. So, really good for Arthas in trying to be a warrior. We'll take a look at his abilities in a moment, but we can start talking about it a little bit. We're going to be going top lane here, showing our face maybe a little bit, seeing who's there. If I remember correctly, we are up against another Arthas. There he is. Alright, let's talk about our abilities now. Our Q is a little target ability that shoots out a green ball of either death or healing. If we cast it on ourselves, not on our allies, just ourselves, it'll heal. If it's an enemy, it will deal damage. Our W is that right there. It shoots a little circle, and if it hits anyone in the circle, they will get rooted. Our E is that little AoE thing going on that is around me and Arthas. As we can see, it's not off to a good start because we get the Butchered out of the corner of my screen right there. So we will die. First blood for the team, not a great way to start, like I said, but that's okay. Our D is actually an active trait, that's what our D means. When we click it, it'll affect our next basic attack, and it'll make it deal more damage, restore mana, and take effect immediately. So if we auto attack and then press D, we will auto attack immediately after. So that's for most optimal damage. Auto attack D and then auto attack again. You'll see me doing that a lot when I use it. We see the Butcher over here charging me, but he'll get slowed and whacked in the face with a sword. We don't see too much Arthas in quick matches lately. We do see him in this one, but I think that's just because he's free and people want to try him out. We're just going to go down here and take these Shamblers. I think that's the correct name for them. But there we go. We'll get some help from the team. But yeah, Arthas, you don't see too much of him. Oddly enough, though, in the North American Open and the Japanese Open? Or Korean Open? I think it was the Korean Open. You did see a lot of Arthas, and that was because of his heroic, I think. His Sintragosa, which is what we pick up in this game, so we'll discuss that later on. But he's an odd pick because he's not very tanky. Especially with this build, he's not the greatest tank. He's more of a damage, crowd control type person. We're going to get Frozen Destruction, which makes our trait, which we talked about, which empowers our next basic attack, to deal 50% more damage. Our Jaina just got blown up by that Zeratul. I just try to pick up as many seeds as I can here before the Butcher gets them. I throw out a terrible W. That roots enemies, by the way. I don't know if I brought that out. So that's good for running away and catching up to people if you are in the right range. So I know I'm low in health, and I know Zeratul's lurking around, but I want to kill those 2 people with Murky, so we do that, but we get jumped on by Zeratul and Rexxar Misha. So we've already died twice in 3 minutes. That is awful. Awful. We are not playing smart at all right now, but that's okay. It's okay. It's just early game. We can totally make up for that. The Butcher we see charging on Nazeebo. Rexxar is getting stunned by the Terror. So did Misha, so they both will go down. Zeratul is jumping in on people. I'm finally going to come over here. I see Zeratul and I want to kill him because I have a thing with all stealthies, and I think that they're stupid champions, or heroes rather, and they should not exist, so I want to kill them. I see Zeratul make a dumb mistake of accidentally auto-attacking the Bruiser Mercenary camp, so I turn around and kill him. You really shouldn't do that, because this game is not about kills, but I don't know what it is. I love playing Nova, and I love playing Zeratul. But playing against them, I always get screwed. Bad attitude, bad attitude. I'm going to continue pursuing Rexar here. Just dealing some damage. I decide to back to get this, because I trust myself that I know what I'm going to do with it. Marky should be probably the one to get it, and I wasn't thinking at the time. I just really wanted to get it, because I didn't see him backing. We are level 7 now, and we're going to be picking up Rune Tap. Every third basic attack will heal us for a percentage of our maximum health, so that will scale up throughout the game. This works well with our trait, because whenever we use it, it procs another basic attack. So in fights, as long as we're auto-attacking, we're going to get some form of healing. We're going to throw out a little plant there to stop structures from attacking us and deal damage over time. Throw the Q to make sure that people will get polymorphed if they try to attack it. That's what those abilities do if you've never seen a Garden Terror before. Just going to deal damage to the keep here. Nice, we got that fort down. And that cannon, we're really strong on health. We got about 30 or so seconds left. I see Murky die there. I loop around to try to tear this from the inside out. Which, I don't know if it was the best move on my part, but I think it is. When you are the terror, you go for structures, not for heroes. You want to get structures, not heroes. I will say that again. Right now, I've found that I've screwed myself because I have 5 seconds left and this gate is not going down. So I'm trying to get this down as much as possible here. So now I'm panicking, hoping to get out, which we do. And then a good AoE damage by me and Murky actually take two people down. Rexar and Misha. Technically it's only 1 kill, but what are you gonna do? There we go, got that keep down. Looking about half health now. We just used the self-heal on ourselves there. So that's good. We have hit level 10, so we should pick up our heroic. I don't know why I have such a struggle with doing that. There we go. We're gonna get summon Syndragosa. This. It summons a giant ice dragon to come down and watch. I think I use it. Come on, Josh. I know you can do it. Come on. There we go. Summon Syndragosa. That thing comes down and it slows all enemy heroes at this point, as you can see there. And if it hits a structure or a minion, it will freeze them for 20 seconds, making them unable to move if they're minions, and attack if they're minions, and unable to attack for structures. So that's insane. It does not work on the core, though. You'll find that out later in this video. It's awesome for sieging down keeps, because they slow people who attack them. That was a pretty cool play if you were paying attention. I saw little blurs. You can see him with Zeratul walking around. You can't really target him with anything, but if he's hit by an AoE, he will get hit out of stealth. And that is what I tried to do there, and I did that very successfully. And Rexar came and helped them. I see Mercury over there picking up those seeds. Rexar and Misha and myself are taking down this terror now with the help of Murky. We have enough seeds. Someone should go back and get that. I really don't want it to be me this time because I really shouldn't have gotten it the first time. Murky's just picking up all those seeds for us. Good job, Murky. We take down Nazebo here, I believe. Right now, there we go. Sadly, Murky will die. But that's okay, he's already back up because of his egg. We can have our Terra now. I don't know who got that. I think Jaina was the one who got that. I actually haven't seen much of her with us in this game right now. So that's okay. I'm sure she's doing her own thing. For our level 13 talent, we're going to be picking up Biting Cold. RE's damage is increased by 50%. So now we're doing 59 damage every second, I believe, with our E, which is really good. Our E is now doing a lot of damage to everything if we just stay in the middle of fights. Garden Terror is getting chased down a little bit over here. You can see just the damage I'm doing with my E and auto attacks. got him down to about 3/4 health, and then with the help of Murky, we got him down. A Void Prison gonna come out, gonna negate anything we can do. Didn't really do too much. The Butcher didn't get caught in it, so he destroyed the Zeratul. Now Murky's looking in a tough situation because he cannot fight those people, and neither can I because of my lack of mana. So I decided to retreat and help Rexar and Misha get that Terra, but it looks like they just did that perfectly on their own. We see them over there just hitting stuff. They killed Butcher, unfortunately. Poor the Butcher. I actually haven't seen too much of him. Again, he is free this week, so that's why you might probably see a little bit more of him. But other than that, I don't know why. He must have gotten a nerf or something that I didn't read. I see that our Terra went down, and our Jaina is looking in a bad position. So I use this to Sindragosa. They're all slowed, and then I root three of the enemies, and get her out. I would say that is a very good save on my part. Jaina does too, so that was pretty cool. It's a good way of using Sindragosa and Frozen Tempest, I think is our W. Don't flame me if I got that wrong. That's a good way to use it defensively instead of offensively like I've been using it. Like there, except I missed. So I compliment Jaina on her Terra too, because she got a lot done mid lane. We're gonna get the Siege Camp. Arthas is also very excellent with Siege Camps because of his AoE. On his E, he can restore the mana with his D, and he can heal with his Q. So he's good with Mercenary Camps. We're gonna pick up Frostmourne Feeds for level 16. This now applies our passive to 2 basic attacks instead of just 1. So the next 2 basic attacks will now restore mana, deal extra damage, and I believe proc immediately. So that's a lot of damage. We see the team getting separated and blown up. I throw down the Sindragosa there. I see the keep right there says out of ammo, even though it clearly has more ammo. So that's cool that it's not going to be attacking anyone for right now. Which is what I tried to do here. It was just helping my team because I knew I was looking like I was going to die. So we have the most hero damage right now, which is not too surprising on Arthas. He can have the most hero damage. Late game, he will get trounced by anybody really who's an assassin. Jaina, the Butcher, Arthas, any of those people will destroy him late game. Early game, he does do some really good damage, and mid game he does too. And even late game, but just not as much as those heavy damaging people. Murky's gonna just be a nuisance in the enemy team right there. I'm gonna walk out of base. Yeah, as you can see, I'm just a little ahead of the Butcher, so he will catch up, and Jaina will also catch up for sure. She had done the Terror a couple times, which will negate her hero damage if she's doing it correctly. We are almost 3 levels ahead of the enemy team right now, so we'll say 2. I say we should capture the Siege Camp, because we should. Me and Jaina will do that, no problem. The Butcher looks like he's going to come over and help. Thank you, Butcher. Yeah, so my opinion on Arthas is he is semi-viable. What I mean by that is, if you need a warrior for your team, do not pick him because he is not really a warrior. He is more of a specialist, a tanky specialist, kind of. That's how I would say. A tanky specialist because it is Sindragosa. His other heroic, Army of the Dead, I believe it is a little more tanky because you can kill them off to replenish your health. But compared to who the tanks are now, Muradin, Johanna, and Leoric are the big ones, it's no contest. Just don't pick Arthas if you need a tank. But if you need somebody to deal more damage to structures and to help out with crowd control on your team, that's when you could pick Arthas. You could pick Arthas. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by semi-viable. Don't always pick Arthas, like an insta-pick, because he won't be as much help as anybody else in the game right now. But if you have him open, your team could benefit from his crowd control. He is very much viable. I think that made sense. Me and Butcher are going to take down this Siege Camp. I really like the look of Arthas too. Like, I think he looks awesome. The Lich King, look at him. He is riding a pony right now. I need to get myself a better mount. I walk into the butcher. I see people, Rexar, Arthas, and Butcher. Unfortunately, our Butcher will die, but we got their Rexar, so 1 for 1 right now. Their Arthas looking really low, so I'm going to try to pursue him. Right here, we're going to hit a good W, rooting him. So I'm just going to pursue him down. I do that just fine. I see the Butcher is trying to kill our Jaina, but he will not get anything out of that due to my CC and Jaina's CC. Good pairings with Arthas, I would say probably a Sylvanas, a Jaina. Those are two main ones who I think would be really good. Jaina can just crowd control them down, and then you can come over and crowd control. It's just a lot of slows and roots. I say Sylvanas because of the disabling structures with your Sindragosa. Again, I'm going to reveal Zeratul here, getting a little off topic. So those are my opinions. I use Sindragosa here. Again, I told you I have a problem with killing stealthies. He is so low right now. I want to kill him so bad. I see the blue. I get bird prisoned. I forgot that happened. I want to kill him. He probably cut left here and I didn't see it. Oh, he's backing in that bush. But I see more pressing matters, so I get my head back in the game. I see the Garden Terrors over here. I'm level 20. I need to pick up a heroic. Normally, take Hardened Shield for that tanky aspect, but right now we're going to take absolute 0. We're going to take app. There we go. Now what this does is now enemy heroes are going to get rooted when they get hit by it, and then slowed afterwards as well. So it's just a lot more CC. I believe structures are also disabled for longer, if I am correct. Our Rexar goes down now. I see Zeratul over there doing stupid things because he's stupid. And I want to ensure that me and Murky can get out of here. But if Murky dies, it's not the worst thing. I see Zeratul, so I blink him out. Then turn to deal some damage. As you can see, our trait right now, our Frostmourne Hungers is dealing 546 damage is what the number said. To a target. So now that applies to 2 basic attacks, and it immediately, that's 1,092 damage in about 1.5 seconds. So that is some good damage, especially on heroes. And then it also restores your mana, so you don't see much of Arthas, which is sad because he's a fun hero. He is a fun hero to play. You see Jaina here doing stuff, trying to do stuff. We have the most hero damage right now, that's pretty good. It is now nighttime, so that means that the Shamblers spawn and the Garden Terror spawn, so we want to take them down. Rexar is going to get caught out here by a Furnace Blast, Kablooey. There he goes. A decent Ring of Frost is going to lock down Rexar and Nazebo. If Jaina had planned that a little better, she could probably kill Nazebo, but she focused Rexar more. And I think he's a little more tanky than Nazebo, because he is classified as a quote-unquote warrior. Yep, 568 damage now, so that just bumped it up a little bit. Self-heal a little bit. It's not the best self-heal, like, it's close to a Tyrande Q. A little less than that, so. We are at 22 regen globes now. That is pretty good, if I do say so myself, on health regen. Rexar says if we get one more Terra, we can win. Absolutely, I agree with that. Right now I see that we're both getting caught out, me and Murky. So I want to disengage. I heal right now, and I just walk out of there. What's important to know, and I feel like I said it, but I'm second guessing myself now, your E does slow people. So anyone trying to pursue you, melee ranged, will be slowed. I back really quick because I want to make sure I'm in the next couple seconds of that. I don't want to die just because I don't want to back. Never be afraid to back, especially it's not too long of a walk back. Rexar is saying we could just end now, but I don't agree with that. I'm saying we could end, but we might as well be safe and get a Terra and make sure that we can end. Because that's the last thing we need is a 5-man wipe, and then they rush our base. We should probably get this mercenary camp, I say, just to help us out. Our team does not want to do that. They want to help out with these minions. But Marky can take care of that, no problem. So after screwing around with that a little bit, I say that we should now help Jaina out with those. And our Terra spawned, so they went away. He is running mid with me, the Butcher, and Jaina. It's like Arthas' voiceover. He just seems like a really cool character. I wish I knew more of the World of Warcraft lore. The Warcraft lore, rather. I see right here, I tried to use the Cinder Ghost on the core out of excitement, but it does not stop the core from firing. Just make sure that our E is on the core so it's dealing damage. I then start just stepping away from the enemy team here, hitting the core right now. And that will be the end of the game. So, if you like this video, please like it and subscribe to our channel. We post Heroes of the Storm content constantly, so please like us for that. There'll also be social media accounts below. Please like us on those, follow us on those for more content. Again, Arthas is pretty cool, man. As you can see, I'm only level 5. But now I'm a little bit closer to 6. So these are the stats. You can look at those. And you guys have a wonderful day.